cheetahs are here. They flew in on the 17th into the Kuno Palpur National Park where they were released from their enclosures by the Prime Minister. They're likely to stay in their enclosures for the next 30 days at least in quarantine. The Prime Minister appealed for patience from the general public before going to see the cheetahs, who need time to acclimatize to their new and foreign environment. The latest visuals show the cheetahs emerging from their cages, looking around and investigating their new environment thoroughly. They were accompanied by a group of experts from Namibia and South Africa. Now that they're here, what's next?
So an important thing over the next few days will be how well they eat initially. Look, because they're in a quarantine situation at the moment. Very small bomas, or what small camps, as we call them, bomas. But they're small camps, and we would have to feed them at this stage. We can't allow them to. We can't just push antelope into those small bomas, for them to feed on. So we're going to have to feed them over the next few days. I don't expect any problems there. They should go straight on to eating the food that we provide them with, and that would be the first thing. Is if they didn't eat, then that would be an issue. So the monitoring is making sure that they're eating, making sure that they are not showing any signs of real stress. They should settle down.
Dr. Laurie Marker, Executive Director of the Cheetah Conservation Fund, told ThePrint in an interview that her team would be teaching the staff at Kuno how to take care of the cheetahs. 2 members of her team will stay back indefinitely for this purpose.
They will also need more prey. So there is augmentation of prey required. Because it's not these 8. We want to bring 20. There is a plan to bring 20, and therefore there need to be enough food for 20. And if they're all going to be here, then you need to augment the prey base. For that you need not just the cheetal, but you need to have black buck, you need to have nilgai, and 4-horn antelope and others.
The plan to revive the cheetah in India has divided conservationists across the world, many of whom feel the risks of introducing a vulnerable species to a foreign environment outweighs the benefits. Some of these concerns include a lack of space. The 748 square kilometer national park can only hold 21 cheetahs in its current state, not enough to sustain a population. But J.S. Chauhan, wildlife warden of Madhya Pradesh, says the forest contiguous with Kuno is over 5,000 square kilometers and that the space won't be a problem, but not everyone is convinced. For now, the focus is on keeping the few cheetahs in India's possession healthy.
Once they finish the quarantine period, then we would release them into the larger bomas, and then they start hunting for themselves. And then we want to make sure that they can hunt for themselves, that they do so regularly enough to maintain their body condition. So rather than pushing them out really and just saying, okay, you fend for yourself right away from the start, we kind of help them along the way. But we do expect them to eventually become truly wild cheetahs, hunting for themselves, surviving on their own without any support. That is kind of where we want to get.
Each cheetah has been fitted with a satellite collar so its movements can be tracked. The MP Forest Department has also roped in cheetah mitras, volunteers who will spread awareness about the cheetah's behaviors.
This is purely on voluntary basis. So, it's like, say, to spread awareness among the local communities. And also when the cheetahs, they venture out, they stray out in some habitation. So they give us information in advance. And also by the time our rescue teams reach there, they are actually managing the stays there. Not to go close to the animal and not to harm the animal. So that actually gives us that advantage.
फॉरेस्ट वाले ने बताया था कि आपको हम चीता मित्र बना रहे हैं। फिर हमने CCF साहब के साथ मीटिंग भी रखवाई थी। उसने बताया हमको कि आप चीता मित्र हैं, आप हमारा सहयोग करें। जब भी अगर कोई ऐसी ज़रूरत आती है कभी टाइम पर तो आप अंदर जा सकते हैं। चीताओं की देख रेख के लिए अगर कोई कमी रहती है अगर तो मेरे संपर्क में नज़दीक बने रहें और आप हमारा सहयोग करें। हमने कहा नज़दीकी लोग आप वहाँ से रहते हैं, चीता मित्र हैं, आप देख रेख के लिए ऐसे लोगों पर नज़र रखें जो अंदर कोई शिकारी ना जाए, कोई वन प्राणी को क्षति ना पहुँचाए। ऐसे हमारे लिए फॉरेस्ट के बारे में बड़े बड़े अधिकारियों ने इसकी जानकारी। चीते सक्सेस हमारे यहाँ हुए और सेंचुरी हमारा जो पूनो नेशनल पार्क है, तो चलो हमने इसके खातिर हमारी ज़मीनें दी, हमारे बड़े बूढ़ों ने जो हमारा जहाँ कई लोगों के बलिदान दिए, ऐसा अंदर रहने के जंगल में कई दिन काटे, वैसी परिस्थिति ज़मीनें छोड़ के आए। तो आज हम इसी होने वाली पीढ़ी इसी की ये उम्मीद लगा रही है कि कहीं ना कहीं अगर डेवलप हुआ तो हमें इसका फ़ायदा जरूर है।
Only the test of time will tell how successful this conservation experiment will be. Reporting from Shiopur, this is Simrin Sirur with Manisha Mondal.